everyone receive is a reflection of
This conversation is about mystery, magic, intrigue, knowing. For those that have done some research in the past and diggings, they would be aware of the magic mystery schools and teachings through ancient Egypt and beyond, Atlantis, Lemuria, and all of these places. You can be aware of these teachings. Now, let's say, for example, something became known without going into detail or any specific thing. But you were given knowledge. Yes, you. What would you do with that knowledge? Would you give the knowledge to the masses? Potentially. Why not? People deserve it. But what if this knowledge was power and ways to influence and dictate and control and all of these things that, if given to the public, could be misused if not treated correctly? This is interesting versions of power, and that's what led to being withheld from the public. We all know when things are withheld from people, it becomes an underground venture. Hence some society terms and values and ways of life we see now. Because they have hidden those mystery teachings from people, but they have hidden it in the wrong way. For you see, they have now obtained greed to control. So let's say you were given knowledge that could help humanity long term and in the future and in the now. Would you charge people for this information as a service? So you get paid. Would you give it for free? Would you only give it to certain people of the population? Or maybe those who seek and find you? You see, I don't believe in charging people for information that is rightfully all of ours. I just don't. I don't agree with it. For skills and labor and tasks, sure. But always information from source that never belonged to us should be rightfully theirs. That's just me. It's how I live. You see, wisdom and information in the wrong hands can also be destructive. Hence, the society we live in today. But if you take the same information for the seekers and the finders, the reward is that it's free. For you are worthy and you are indeed ready for said information. For everything that you have gone through has determined the outcomes and the ways that you achieve and succeed. And what will you do for humanity? The right wisdom keepers to hold the right information and guide humanity into the next phase. So what would you do with the information if you were given knowledge and power? Would you help those who ask for it? Would you give it freely? These are interesting things because it doesn't lead to greed, but to mystery. For me, if I was given that opportunity, it would be for those who seek and ask shall find. But then there'll always be the situation that if word gets out, people come, then are they worthy? Well, that is where the judgment begins. But even the word, then you're judging people with judgment? It leads down a negative path when those think on a negative scale. Because those are future thoughts. We are trying to determine a future yet unknown by placing it in the present. So when we look upon those things, we must say, why are we worrying about what's going to happen in the future? Again, this is society trying to make us think outside of the present moment. based upon energies emitted to us to keep us from succeeding. But it's interesting, when we highlight those points and we find ourselves going there, we catch it and we bring ourselves back. So what if you were given knowledge and wisdom? The benefit of today is I don't think we truly will understand or know what we will do. But when the moment comes and we're presented with the opportunity, we'll know exactly what to do, as if it's instinctual. Understanding and believing in yourself that that is what you do is so much more beneficial. You don't have to remind yourself of doing it. You know you will be able to achieve it. With me and the puppy the other day, instinctual, just almost without a whim. That is what we do. So an interesting conversation that can go quite deep. Many different ways pulled here or there. But the idea it comes down to, it matters not what wisdom we are taught or we are told, but how we use that to help humanity. So with that, I leave you with peace and love. Take care.